Ask anyone on the continent of Africa about malaria, and they will tell you about a painful, personal attack of the disease or someone they know who has died.
I've got 3 children. At the moment they get malaria, they get sick, they lie, they vomit. When my children have malaria, I'm very worried because while you are still waiting to see the doctor, you will see someone dying.
For more than 160 years, the United Methodist Church has operated hospitals and clinics throughout Africa, fighting diseases of poverty like malaria. In 2006, we became a founding partner with the United Nations Foundation in the Nothing But Nets campaign. We raised more than $25 million to distribute millions of bed nets to families in sub-Saharan Africa. Today, Imagine No Malaria is our opportunity to take the next step. Empower an entire continent to achieve a sustainable victory over malaria.
Ce qui signifie donc que lutter contre
We need to go beyond the bed nets distribution because the problem here in Africa is lack of education, lack of clean environment, and a cultural perception.
It is time to do more. The United Methodist Church is joining leaders in global health as we work to eliminate deaths from malaria in Africa by 2015. In just 3 years, United Methodist supported Nothing But Nets with $7.5 million. Imagine No Malaria is a commitment to increase our support tenfold by raising $75 million in that same time frame. These resources will enable a comprehensive approach that includes prevention, not just bed nets, but working on a local level to break the mosquito life cycle by draining standing water where insects breed, treatment, and access to medical help. Imagine No Malaria will fund existing hospitals and train community health workers in remote villages, equipping them with life-saving medicines to treat those infected with malaria. Education. Reaching people in rural areas with information on steps individuals can take to protect themselves from the bite of mosquitoes. School children are already spreading the word through educational skits.
Malaria is my name. I visit you without your invitation. I affect all people in different age groups. When I enter into your body, you never be the same again.
And finally, communication. On a continent that doesn't rely on printed materials or newspapers, we will get life-saving information to people through radio and cell phones.
We can educate the people in Mozambique, telling them about how we can prevent malaria.
We are committed to eliminating malaria, a major source of human suffering in Africa. Imagine No Malaria. Eliminating death by malaria is a realistic goal. With your help, we can save 1 million lives a year.
If we're going to make United Methodism a movement again, and I think that movement is not only an outgrowth of what John Wesley did in England by taking the ministry of the church into the coal mines and into the fields, it's an expression of what Jesus himself did with the disciples in taking them into the places where the hurting and the homeless and the disenfranchised were, to provide them hope, healing, and grace that they had never experienced before.
Here's how you can get involved today. Know about malaria and how the United Methodist Church is working to eliminate deaths caused by this preventable disease. Go to www.imaginenomalaria.org to learn more or to make a donation. Share your knowledge of malaria with your church and your community. The Imagine No Malaria ministry is moving conference to conference and will be in your area soon. You can act to support Imagine No Malaria by planning Nothing But Nets activities to continue teaching your church and community about malaria. Finally, pray for the success of the INM ministry and for all of God's children suffering from this preventable, treatable, and beatable disease. God can accomplish more than we can ask or imagine. Together, we can imagine no malaria.